Hey, hey, hey. It's your girl Jada Coach, the love nurturer. I'm back again for story time. Now, I want to know, can you see yourself in this story? Or is it somebody you know? Okay, I think you are going to love this, ladies. Check this out. So, story time, I love story time because sometimes we can tell our friends or some people can tell us when we're dating stuff about ourselves and we don't see it until we actually like watch it like a movie or listen to it like a movie. And then it starts to register. So this is what God gave me for story time is to just share stories so that it can resonate with you on a greater level. And then you can say, oh, okay, wait, I am doing that. Sometimes we don't realize what we're doing. So this story time, I really like it. A friend of mine. So there's this young lady, we'll call her Kim. So Kim is dating and she wants to get married. And of course, like most women who are not married, they do want the love of their lives. So, I'm not sure on dates, but I know it was very quick. So I can't say the exact months of whatever would happen, but I do know I rode with her through the story. So I'm just gonna tell you like pretty much how it went down. Anyway, so this is the story. I think I said Kim. I gotta keep up with these names. So Kim is a friend of mine. She's on a dating site, just like I was, as I told before my story. Kim was dating and she was meeting people everywhere she went. And she was loving it. Oh, she was, when I tell you she was loving dating, she was meeting all kind of folks. She was flying here, she was dating folks here and traveling. She was just doing all kind of stuff with the people she was meeting, just having a ball. So she was just happy. And so she was just now as she would get frustrated in between because she's like, well, it doesn't go anywhere, just good times, let the good times roll. But you can have good times with anybody, but you want to be special, so you want to be with your person. So you like, this is all cute and all, but give me some more. I need more than this. So you're like, what the heck? Where is this going? At some point, in every woman's life, you're asking yourself the whole journey, where is this going? Would this lead to a happy ending? Is this a waste of my time? And most of us, we stand there a little too long because we're trying to figure out, if I leave right now, then I lost time. You know what I'm saying? Like I I invested too much. I don't want to leave right now that somebody could just grab them because I trained them and I did all this stuff, and God forbid another woman come in there and just swoop up and get the best of him. I should get the best of him. So I'm gonna stick around a little longer. Look at 5 years later, you still ain't got no ring. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't got nothing extra. You still getting what you getting. You might even be giving up stuff. And it still don't work. Even sleeping with somebody is not going to make the person decide you are his wife. So that's just a bonus. But anyway, she was dating all these different guys and she was frustrated every time she thinks she would get close. She was just like, oh my God, this is just it blew up in her face. And she just was like so upset about it. And I was like, you're gonna meet somebody, I know you want to be with him like yesterday, but just take your time. And so she was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, how everybody when you dating, like, don't tell me to take my time. I got things to do. Now it wasn't because she wanted to have a child. She already had a child. But she was dating because she wanted to just have partner companionship, just the partner that she's supposed to have in her life. And she's a Christian as well. I mean, I have stories of people that are not Christians, so but I'm just telling you that if it mean anything. So she wanted to do things right. And so she keeps dating and dating, dating, dating. And then she comes to a point where she's like, I just gotta have my husband. It's just all this back and forth is just too much. I want what God has for me. And so she started dating this one guy. This is funny, y'all. She was dating this guy that she met off she met off the dating site. Her and the guy went out and everything seemed cool. I don't know how she let him pick her up. So she in the car with him. and she was very trusted too. She picked her up, and they driving down the freeway, and this guy, this guy has road rage. So somebody they laughing, they had a good time. I think they just got through eating or something like that. And the guy was like, she's like, oh, his guy's really cool. I'm really digging him. She didn't give him no chance to sew his colors. So she's like, he really cool. I'm really digging him. This guy cut him off on the freeway. And then he was like, what's a fool? And so he took he reached under his seat, he pulled out a gun, and was like trying to shoot the guy in the other car. Like, nigga, you come up on me. And she's like, and she's like, oh my God. And she's like, just tell herself, stay calm, stay calm. He's like, oh man, I scared you, didn't I? I scared you. I ain't trying to. My bad, shawty. And so she's like, oh no, I'm good. No, you ain't scared me. And she's like, get me the heck out of this car. So she said she kept cool because she know we're gonna turn it on her. So she's like, I didn't want to tick him off. So he's all like, let me put my gun away. I think I'm scaring you. She said, honey, when we got to when she dropped he dropped her off at her car or whatever, she jumped in her car so quick and she never looked back and she blocked him. And so she was like, oh my God, this dude was crazy. Now, it was all cool. Then it was just like that one flip of the switch. The one cut off, it was just like everything came out. So it's like you gotta let them, you gotta date them a little so you can make sure that it ain't got no button that need to be reset up in there. You got some stuff going on, and you just push that one button, beep, and then it just go to the left. So you want to know what's going on with him, some seasons, okay? But she was counting her chickens before they hatched, and this dude wasn't it. He needed to go back in there. He was undone. So what happened was she's like, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. So she started dating this guy and everything's going good with him. And she's like, "Oh, he's just good. He cooked for me, and do, and all this good stuff is going on and stuff." And he turned out to have another. Oh, he was a professor, so he was dating somebody, an ex girlfriend. They had broke up or something. He didn't. He forgot to share that part. That was just like tucked into his little heartstrings. So that she came over one day and then this girl was there. It was just, oh my God, it's like, and I thought it was just us. He like, I'm looking for a wife. Don't be believing the hype now. And they talking about something, I'm looking for a wife. I need this, I need that. And then you look like her and all the other stuff. And then the minute she come over too early, you trying to what had happened was, and I didn't know you was coming by this or whatever. So it was meant because God was protecting her. It was meant for her to find out about the girl. So she was like, miss me with all that. So she hit the road. She never looked back. So she meet this other guy, and she's dating this guy, and all seems well. And he seemed like he the one too. So something is not looking right with this guy. So she she's like she doesn't tell me, but she's like, oh, we having fun, we're this and that and that. I'm like, okay, she's like, we're just kicking it, we having fun. So I was like, okay, well that's okay. So I wonder when something gonna happen with him because all these guys got some kind of funny going on at the end. And so I'm like, I don't know, but she's like, yeah, it seems like we might be, making it serious, making it like committing to one another. We've been talking about marriage. I was like, wow, so he's ready for marriage and everything. She was like, yeah, girl. So while she's dating him, she goes to get some gas. So while she's gassing it up, she stands at the gas pump, and then this dude is over there like, hey, Shotty, you looking good today. Something like that. And she like, oh yeah, well, thank you. And then he was like, no, let me talk to you. And so she's like, oh my goodness, yeah, what can I do for you? So, and that's the best way to meet somebody organically. So, and those guys, she met them off the dating site, but this guy she met at the gas station, in person. And so she was like, yeah, yeah. So he was like, you so good. I'm gonna pay. No, he said, you look so good. How can I get to know you? She said, you can pay for my gas. It was a joke, but he did. So he gave her, I don't know how much, but he gave her some money on her gas. And she was like, wow, I was just joking. And so he gave it to her, and she put the gas in her car. And so he's still there. He's like, I would like to get to know you. And she was like, here, just take my number. She was just like, whatever. Because at this moment, all these little guys, they got stuff going on and busting up. They bust us. And so she didn't know if he was a buster too. And she was just like, when you at your frustration point, you're like, another one, I can't take it. But she gave him a number, just like, well, he gave me some gas. Let me just, appease him, whatever, whatever. So she didn't think much about it. Well, he calls her, they talk, and it's good. Things are, going good. But she still got this guy that she thinks she's going to marry. But she's like, he's cool. But, me and this guy, I'm ready to settle down. And this guy, I don't even want to know what he's doing, the gas station guy. I'm ready to, I think I said her name was Kim. I'm ready to settle down. Kim said, I'm ready to settle down. And so she's thinking, let me stick with what I know and this guy. We good. So while they dating, this guy at the gas station knows that she has somebody that she's considering to get like really like have a long lifetime commitment. So he calls her and like, hey, I know you in a relationship. I don't know if she told the one she's in a serious relationship about him, but he knew about the gas station guy knew about the guy that she's supposed to be serious with. So he's like, I know you got a girlfriend. I mean a guy friend. Ooh, ooh. You got a guy and y'all getting serious and all that stuff. But I just wanted to call and check on you and say hi and see if you need anything. And she was like, no, I'm good. So he's like, okay, well, I'm glad you're doing well. And he hangs up. So she's still dating with this serious guy. And so about a month later or so, he calls her again. It's like, hey, just checking on you, see if you need anything. No, I'm good. You don't have to do that. I told you I have somebody. This is her. And so he's like, I'm just being, just that's who I am. I'm just checking on you. And so next thing you know, she's minding her own business at work, and then her cash app go off. He sent her some money. And she's like, what? Like, why did this guy just send me money? The gas station guy. Why did he send me money? She's like, calling so hey, I just got this cash out. Why you send me this cash? God told me to send you that money. She's like, what? And she said, girl, I need that money too. So she was like, okay. And she's like, well, I mean, God told you to do that. So she was like, well, thank you. And God bless you. So that was the gist of it. So I think a week or two later, ding ding, she got another cash out. She was like, what the dude? What are you do? What is he doing? She calls him. She's like, hey, what's up with the cash apps? And he was like, God told me to send you the cash app. He just woke me up. He was like, send her some money. And he did. And she was just like, oh man, like, and I need that too. So she's like, thank you. But I don't want to be like, I'm just like, I feel like I'm using him, which I didn't ask for, but I think it feels kind of odd just taking money from this stranger. But he seems cool, he checks on me, and I don't feel no crazy vibes, but I got this guy. So this guy who she got gets COVID. And she's like, oh my God. Just call him Aaron. Aaron gets COVID, the main guy. And she's like, I said, hey, what's going on, girl? Aaron got COVID. I was like, really? I'm like, did you get it? Because y'all been spending a lot of time together. And she was like, no, I didn't get it. She was like, I'm taking care of him. She's like, girl, he got it real bad. I was like, oh my God, you shouldn't be taking care of him like that. I'm like, you ain't got no mask on, do you? Or gloves? I was like, you can get it. And so she was like, no, it's okay. Like I take care of him, and I checked. I don't have it or whatever. Actually, this is what she said. She said he had a cold. I'm gonna tell you what the cold ended up being. Well, it was COVID. So she said, "Oh, Aaron has a cold, a real bad cold." I was like, "Really?" I said, "Oh yes, they all stocked up and all the other stuff." So he asked her to come over and take care of him. So she made him some soup and taking care of him because she feel like she gonna marry this guy. Well, Mr. Cole was always COVID, and Aaron knew from the beginning. So she's nursing him with no mask, nothing. A man that she really considered marrying, and with a bad cold. And she just doing it, and then she find like some paperwork on COVID, something. He is tested for positive for COVID, and he knew the day he called her that she had COVID. That ninja put her life in danger, had her to come over there and take care of him. Well, everybody was in the midst of everybody dropping dead. This is when it was real thick, the thick of the thick. And he had the nerve to put her life in danger. This is somebody you considering so-called marrying and want her to consider marrying you, and you can't even be honest. Like, hey, just what's so hard of saying, yeah, I just found out I got that stuff, you know? And you're like, okay, I make a decision whether or not I want to be around you if you worth it. Okay. Or if I'm coming with all the guns, I'm coming with my mask and my glove and my bodysuit on. Okay. Because nobody want that stuff. Okay. This is when they was dropping. Now it's just considered a regular code, but this wasn't no code back in the day. So they're dating, and she gets so mad when she found the paperwork, like, oh, I was gonna tell you, um I ain't even think it was all that big of a deal. I like how you taking care of me and stuff. Like, what's the big deal? She's like, my dude, you could have got me with a case. I ain't trying to get no case. I didn't sign up for this. And the fact that you were dishonest, I can't marry nobody like that. I can't even talk to you about marriage. As a matter of fact, I'm done. So she deuces. She left him. And I'm like, oh, so she's so down. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And I'm like, what do you mean what you gonna do? Well, I had this guy, and him and I, we were dating, and I thought, this is the closest I ever got. We're making plans and this, that, and the other. And I just don't know if I ever find such. Let's rewind this. What do you mean you don't think you ever find somebody else? I just don't know. It's just too much. I'm just done. Like, that just was too much. Jay, he put me in danger, and he did. I said, I know, baby. But while he was talking about marriage, guess what? You was doing most of the work. You was doing like 90% of the work in the relationship anyhow. So when you're doing all the work and he doing 10%, where is it that when you get married, it's gonna keep that same broken record, it's gonna keep playing in your relationship. You have to see what's working. Okay. So you were basically chasing him. Even though you was over there taking care of him, you was doing all the footwork in the relationship. So while you were chasing him, who's chasing you? I said to her. And she said, what do you mean who's chasing me? I said, who is chasing you? I want you to think long and hard. It sounded like a ding on your cash app. she said, she was like, girl, bye. I ain't even thinking about him. I almost called his name. She's like, Jethro. I was gonna say Jethro. Jethro. I'm like, yeah, Jethro. What's up with Jethro? And she was like, girl, he's just cool. I'm like, he's just cool, just cool. Yeah, I mean, is he okay? Let me ask you this. I have never seen him. Is he attractive? Yeah, he's nice looking. Okay. Is there anything else that you like about him? I mean, I don't really know him like that. We talked on the phone a few times, but I was in a relationship with him. I said, but you're not in a relationship with oh boy, he's gone. So you got one person that's a consistent person that's been in your life all while you were dating. He knew you were dating. He knew you were dating. And he still was in the corner saying, I'm not giving up on you. I'm going to pursue you. I'm going to call you and check on you. Are you okay? Do you need anything? I said, how many guys in your circle are asking you, do you need anything? How many guys in your circle are saying, I just want to make sure you got gas in you. I just want to make sure you got food in your refrigerator. Shouldn't you be looking over here at his direction? She was like, I ain't really thought about that, Jay. I was like, oh, you should. You should really be thinking about it. He's a man of God. And he cares about you. And he don't even really know you. But what he lead by, everything God. God told me. God told me. Now I know there's some jokers out there now. And they'll say God told them something just to get in the corner, get in your corner pocket, and then they won't come out unless you put them out. But that ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a real godly man. This is a real godly man. And he's pursuing her with all his heart. And he's like, I know you got somebody, and I respect that. They even had a conversation about it. He said, I respect that. I won't do anything to jeopardize that, but I want to be your friend. But he knew in his heart of heart that she was his wife. He never told her. He just said, I just want to be your friend. And he was willing to wait until she figured it out. But he didn't even know they had broke up. I said, what you need to do is call him and talk to him and sit down and get to know him. This man is something you feel safe with him. Everything is beautiful. He's a handsome guy and everything else, but you never looked at him because you were entertaining somebody else. So give him a chance. What do you have to lose? You done been with the shooter guy. You done been with the COVID guy. You got a whole bunch of other guys that you done hooked up with. The rodeo guy. It's like all this crazy crap. And I was like, what do you have to lose? Get to know him. And guess what? She got to know him. And I would tell you, it was about, I think it was 3 months in, they were engaged. 3 months in, they got engaged. So I don't know the dates, but it was around exactly 90 days. They got engaged. Um, they went to counseling, and then she got engaged on her birthday. As a matter of fact, that's what it was. She got engaged on her birthday, and then guess what? 90 days from there, total 6 months, we're at their wedding. That was a beautiful story. They got married. They got engaged in 3 months and they got married 3 months later. Isn't that beautiful? A love story unfolded in 6 months. What seemed like took forever, God did it in 6 months, baby. Actually, 3 months. And then the fruition of it came at the 6 month period. And they married to this day. When I tell you this, we went to Top Golf. This man, Jethro, loved her dirty draws. And she, I think I said her name is Kim. Kim loved Jethro's dirty draws. Them two, thick as thieves. And they just bought a house together. It's been a few years. But they are very happy, just like they just met. Beautiful. When I met him, it was like, he belongs here. He like the guy. And he funny as heck. Jethro was funny. And we had saw him. We met, my husband and I met them at Top Golf, and it was so funny how we met him. It was just cool. We was just talking smack and just having so much fun. It was just a joyous occasion. It was his introduction to the people she loved. So I just was so happy for her, and I'm like, and it seemed like they just been together forever. The way that they act, kind of like how me and my husband when we first met, like we just known each other in another lifetime. You can have a picture of what you want and stuff, and it may not be exactly what you want for either side, but it be just what you need, and what you need will be what you want. Okay. What you want be what you need will be what you want. I always say that every time when you're in a relationship, God will make what you need be what you want because it's exact. I mean, God, everything is exact with him, and he brings in exactly what you ordered. And then some. He's an over the top God. He always doing a little extra. He always doing more. So that's the God we serve. Can you see yourself in this story? Or do you know somebody who is similar in this story? The more of the story is, don't ignore, don't be quick to put people in the friend zone. That might just be your husband. Don't overlook anybody in this season. When you're praying, you're like, oh, bend your head down there. Oh, is that you? Ooh, he look nice. Oh. And you like excited about it. But this guy like, hey, me, jumped up down, me. And you're like, no, you're just Jonathan. No. Listen to God's still voice. Are you passing up a good man because he's not tall, because of the wrong color, the wrong ethnicity, as far as the wrong culture, the wrong, he had the wrong type of job? I don't know. Are you passing them up and you're not even considering them because of any of that? Or maybe they were divorced before, or maybe they have kids. Can you see yourself in this story? Or do you know somebody who resembles this story? I want you to think about it. Take everything to God, but do not count out just anybody. Sometimes we have to wait so long because God sent you a great suitor, but you put them in the friend zone, or you didn't ask God to let me see them for how God sees them. Let me see them through your eyes. Because we want what we want, but how is your situation working? Are you constantly getting the same thing with a different face and a different name because you want what you want? What you want don't work. So you want to get what God has for you. If you prayed and asked God to do it, then He know you better than you know yourself. He know your ups and downs, He know nicks and cranny. He know every time you're gonna get upset. He know the God that can handle that. All your your sister girl stuff. He know everybody, anybody who can help you with that. I can deal with you. I know how to put her in her place. I know how to help her out, help her sister out because she having a hard day. I know exactly what she did. I know how to help her and love her. All that stuff, even through the hurt. I know how to grow with her. The right one will grow with you. The right one will love you through the hurt, through the healing, everything. And He came in and brought healing into her life and love. And they enjoy their best life. I love to see these two together. They just made for each other. Everybody has a story made just for them. Let God write your love story. Is this you? It's your girl, Jada Coach, the Love Nurturer. Have a great day, and I'll see you again on Story Time. Bye.